So here's another alternative Christmas lunch. Duck breast, very easy to cook, very simple to cook, takes away the stress of cooking turkey. And if you fancy cooking something a wee bit different this year, I think duck will probably be my second choice. Okay, so the ingredients for this recipe are pancetta. Could use streaky bacon. I like to use Italian pancetta. It's sweeter, not as salty. Savoy cabbage, nice young Savoy cabbage here, which we've cut into quarters and shredded. Butter for the potato. We're going to use a fondant potato today. To get the fondant potato, we're going to use a red rooster. One of my favourite potatoes, perfect for virtually everything. And then duck. The duck itself, these are Gressingham duck breasts and are available from most supermarkets now. You just see the quality of these duck breasts, really, really meaty, hardly any sinew on them, nicely trimmed up, and we've crisscrossed them so the heat cooks through the duck breast and makes it nice and crispy. So for the fondant potato, of course, we're using red roosters, my favourite potato of all, from Airdrie up here in Scotland. And we're just going to slice the potato into pieces, even pieces again, like so. And all we need to do very, very quickly, use a knife, and we're just going to trim the skin off around the potato. So you don't need to worry about buying cutters or silly things like that. Potatoes go in the pan with the butter, like so, nice and easy. Again, it's another very, very simple potato dish to do. We're going to brown them off, and then we're going to cook them in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. Again, the reason I've chosen this is because it can be done well ahead, and they're not going to dry out like a roast potato. Really, and lovely to serve the duck on top. So here are the fondant potatoes. They've had 20 minutes in the oven, about 190 degrees C. It's lovely golden colour. You can see the butter just gently frying away. Use a wee knife just to make sure they're cooked. These are gorgeous. Nice golden colour on both sides, and those are my fondant potatoes. So the cabbage, we've got a lovely, nice young Savoy cabbage here. Taking the leaves off, cut them into quarters, take out the root, and we shredded it nice and finely. But there's the pancetta. Nice pan on the stove, thick bottom saucepan here. I'm going to add the pancetta first to the pan. Pancetta has been cut into nice thin strips. That's cooking away nicely. Nice hot pan to start with. It smells great. Again, you can use streaky bacon, that's fine. Just pre-cook it first so you get rid of the excess fat. Once that's been cooked off, we're going to add some of the cabbage. Enough for about 4 people, so the cabbage goes in. And you can see how nice and fine I've cut it. There we go. So it's a nice thinly shredded cabbage. Take a wee bit of time on it so you can see it makes a big, big difference. Turn the heat down, put the cabbage in, and we're going to let that sweat. This isn't frying, this is called sweating. So the heat's come down and it's just going to gently cook, and you can hear it. If it's making too much noise, it's too loud, it's got a chance it's going to burn. So we're just sweating that off nicely, and you can see already that the cabbage is starting to drop in the fat of the pancetta. While the cabbage is cooking, we've added a wee bit of cream, seasoned it with salt and pepper, and we've got the duck breasts. Duck breasts have been cooking for about 10 minutes, and we use a non-stick frying pan which we've preheated. And we don't put any fat in the frying pan at all prior to cooking. But what's important is the frying pan is very, very hot before the duck goes in. So the duck breast starts cooking immediately, and it must go in skin side down, which is that. And you can see here the skin's got a lovely golden colour here, and it's almost ready. We're going to take that for about 10 to 12 minutes. It's had 8 minutes already, so we're just going to pop that in the oven for a wee moment just to finish it off. Back in the oven for about 4 minutes, and that's going to be ready to serve. So the ducks have had their additional 4 minutes. Take them out of the oven, and you can see a lovely golden colour. They're in their own juices. There was no added fat in the frying pan. I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to let them rest for a wee while. The fat, please don't throw it away. When it's cooled off, put it in a wee container. Fantastic for your next a lot of roast potatoes or smoked potatoes, or even when you're starting off your next roast. Absolutely delicious. Don't forget, when these pans come out of the oven, they are warm. We cloth over the side, prevent you picking up, which is what we do in the kitchen nearly every day, believe it or not. There's the duck ready. Now we're going to take the fondant potatoes out of the oven. These lovely golden potatoes that we showed you before. Now you can't tell me that they don't look appetizing. So there we go. Easier to do than a roast potato. Beautifully brown on both sides. They just look absolutely wonderful. And to serve the duck, very, very easy indeed. We'll take some of the cabbage, which we cooked before, and you can see the cream is reduced with all those lovely cooking juices. It's nice and moist. Put a bit of cabbage in the middle of the plate. This is a very, very easy way to present food. Spread that around like so. We're going to take a fondant potato. Don't forget, pan handle, it's really quite warm. We're going to bury a fondant potato in the middle of the cabbage and the duck. Here's a beautiful duck breast. Just look at these, lovely golden colour, nice and juicy. So we're going to slice the duck, and this should do 2 people. Unless you've got some very, very greedy guests on Christmas Day. Just slice the end bit off. I'm going to retaste. Wonderful, trust me. And we're going to slice that. It's nice and juicy. I'm not saying to anybody watching this the duck has to be pink or medium or well done. It's entirely up to yourselves. It's about personal choice. If you like your duck well done, leave it in the oven for 15 minutes and just let it rest. And I guarantee with these duck breasts, it's still going to be nice and juicy. Unless they're very, very greedy, you should get 2 good portions out of this duck breast. Just slicing it across on a nice angle. You can see how nice and juicy it is. That's lovely. That's perfectly cooked for me. Another wee slice out of here. And we're going to arrange it on top of the potato. So pick your duck up. All we need to do is just gently put that on top of the potato like so. A little bit of gravy around the side. There we are. And that for me is a perfect alternative to turkey on Christmas Day.